The other thing you said that's really good is how has your experience been working with other freelancers? Because if they've never worked with somebody, if they've never worked with a freelancer, you really need to do some hand holding and be even more intentional about laying out those steps. Here's how many revisions I'm offering. Here's how many calls. Here's my turnaround. Here's what's included. Here's what's not. Freelancers are really, really afraid to state those things because a lot of the time they just, in the beginning, they're like, I'm just happy to get on a call and I'm going to lay down and do whatever they tell me to do. So that's really key. And also, if they talk badly about past freelancers, I do tend to, I'm like, okay, I can kind of get what it's going to be like to work with you. It's like the guy or girl that you go on a date with and all their exes are somehow crazy, but it's like, what did you do though to make them crazy? And it's like that with clients. Like if they've worked with all these bad freelancers and this and that, it's like, okay, but did you set expectations? Are you good to work with? It makes me, that sometimes can raise a red flag when they talk really badly about past freelance experiences.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And ultimately, what you're trying to do is surface some of those red flags. I found, similar to asking about those past experiences, when you ask about what their goals are, right, their ability or lack thereof to kind of clearly communicate those goals is a huge indicator of how it's going to be to work with them, right? In fact, I was just on a call with a prospective client the other day, and I asked this question, and he really couldn't tell me. It was basically like, well, it kind of seemed like a good idea, right? And I kind of like tried to lead him in the direction of like, oh, like, is it this? Is it revenue? Is it cost savings? Like, why do you want to do this? And he still kind of like couldn't get there. And it was kind of an indication to me that he's likely to be pretty kind of wishy-washy or capricious later, right? And that, that is a good indicator that he's going to change scope or, have some kind of like wild idea later in the process and want to like change what the project is. And that's something that I think you want to avoid, at all costs if you're trying to run an efficient business.